Good morning, my dear students. Myself, Dr. D. Raguraman, Assistant Professor, Department of Automobile Engineering and School of Mechanical Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. This video's lecture, we will be going to see about the topic boundary layer flow, which is coming under Model 3. Previously, at Model 1, we had seen about properties of fluid, and Model 2, we had seen about kinematics of flow. In this model, we will see about boundary layer flow under the course code U18 PCAU 302, and course name is Engineering Fluid Mechanics. So in case of boundary layer flow, when a real fluid is flows past a solid body or a solid water, the fluid particles adhere to the boundary and condition of no slip will be occurring. And this what it means that the velocity of fluid close to the boundary will be same as that of the boundary. If the boundary is stationary, the velocity of fluid at the boundary will be zero. So already in the first model, you had seen about in the properties of fluid about viscosity. In viscosity itself, you had learned about what is the relation between the shear stress as well as the shear strain in case of a fluid. That's what here also it is relating with that of a boundary layer. And close to the boundary layer, you will be having a zero velocity. Then the layer by layer, if you are going, the velocity will be going on increasing. This is what you are going to see on the upcoming slide. Now, this GIF file will be helpful to you. See, you can able to see the fluid flow. If you are seeing the fluid flow here at close to the boundary at bottom layer, if you are seeing, you can able to see the particles movement. You can able to see the particle movements. It is getting a swirl effect, eddies effect. This is what you will be having a boundary layer theory. So from the zero velocity here near boundary, you will be having zero velocity, and then while going towards upper layer, you will be going to have an increasing of velocity. So that's what in case of a boundary layer theory. Now this is what we are going to see in depth. So further away from the boundary, the velocity will be higher, and as a result of this variation of velocity, the velocity gradient that will be existing. This part it means that the velocity of fluid close to the boundary will be same as that of the boundary. The velocity of fluid increases from zero. So it is increasing from zero on the stationary boundary to free stream velocity capital U. So it will go on increasing in the direction normal to the boundary. To the boundary, if you are taking normal, it will go on increasing. So that what this, it will start from a zero velocity and it will go on increasing at a particular point boundary layer. Once it is reaching boundary layer, the velocity, free stream velocity will be a constant. So up to that region, you will be going to have an increasing of velocity. That's what you will be seeing here. You have an effect of a swivel. The swivel movement and the eddies formation will be there close to the boundary. Then you will be having a increasing of a velocity from here to here. Then once it is reached a boundary layer, this is what the boundary layer. Once it's reached the boundary layer, after that the fluid flow, if you're seeing, it will be going with a constant free velocity. So that what the variation of velocity is from zero velocity to free stream velocity in the direction normal to the boundary that will be taking place in a narrow region in the vicinity of solid boundary. So that narrow region is what you will be saying as a boundary layer. Here there will be a narrow region imaginarily, okay. It is not directly able to see, but imaginarily you can see that there will be a narrow region of fluid. That fluid is what you will be calling as a boundary layer. So up to a region, you will be going to have a zero velocity to maximum velocity. Then it is going to continue with a constant free stream velocity. So this theory is what you will be saying as a boundary layer theory. Now we will be going to see in the boundary layer theory, whatever we had two boundaries. That boundaries you will be saying that there will be two regions. So if you're seeing in the boundary layer theory, the flow of fluid in the neighborhood of solid boundary, that will be divided into two regions. What are the region is? First thing is what you will be having a very thin layer of fluid. Very thin layer of fluid, that is what called the boundary layer in the immediate neighborhood of the solid boundary, where the variation of velocity from zero at the solid boundary to free stream velocity in the direction normal to the boundary that will be taking place. And in this region, the velocity gradient is what it is existing, and hence the fluid will be exerting a shear stress on the wall in the direction of motion. This is what we had seen in case of viscosity also, the same tau equal to mu into du by dy. So that's what value of shear stress is given by tau, that will be equal to mu into du by dy. And the second region, if you're seeing the remaining fluid, which is outside the boundary layer. So one is inside the boundary layer. That's what you had seen. So zero velocity to, so you have a zero velocity to free stream velocity capital U. Then this region, outside the boundary layer region. Outside the boundary layer region, you are considering the remaining fluid. So the velocity outside the boundary layer is what it is constant because it is reached a free stream velocity. So outside the boundary layer, you will be having a free stream velocity only. So that's what it will be equal to free stream velocity. And there will not be no variation in the velocity. So the velocity gradient will be what becomes zero. If we are saying there is no variation in velocity, that's what du by dy. With respect to distance, what is the change in velocity? Velocity is constant. So du by dy, that will be considered as a zero. So once you are saying this du by dy as it is being zero, then shear stress will be what? As you are multiplying with a zero, any value multiplied by zero, that will become a zero. So shear stress also what? It is going to get zero. So you will be having a shear effect only in the boundary layer, inside the boundary layer. So solid body to boundary layer. Okay, the boundary is here, solid body. So in the solid body to boundary layer, you will be having the accounting of this shear stress. So that you will be having the consideration of variation of velocity. If you have a variation of velocity, that's what you will be having a shear nature is existing at that place. So now we will see in this, we are going to see about a laminar boundary layer and a turbulent boundary layer. So this sketch will be very helpful. So from zero velocity as it is going on increasing to free stream velocity capital U. So that is what it is having a leading edge. So close to the boundary while it is going increasing. So initially you will be having a laminar flow. Then it will be going to have a zigzag flow. Laminar flow and turbulent flow is what you will be having on the fourth model. So laminar flow and turbulent flow at all, if you're seeing, you will be having with respect to Reynolds number also. But anyway, in case of previous model in kinematic flow, you have seen about what is laminar flow, turbulent flow according to Reynolds number. So if it is up to 2000, Reynolds number of 2000, you have seen it is laminar flow. And if it is above 4000, you have seen it is being a turbulent flow. And if it is between 2000 to 4000, you have seen that is what it is being either laminar flow or turbulent flow. So that's what you will be having a laminar flow whenever it is close to the leading edge. Then it will be for a short distance, it will be having a transition region. Then it will be having a turbulent flow. Once it is crossing the turbulent flow, you will be saying that is close to 0.919 of the free stream velocity capital U. So now you will see about what is this laminar boundary layer flow. So the laminar boundary layer flow is what it is a very smooth flow. That's what in kinematics of flow itself we got seen it is being very smooth flow, and turbulent flow will be what it will be having a zigzag pattern, and it is what it is going to produce a swirl movement and eddies movement. Okay, so that is what it's a very smooth flow for a laminar, and turbulent will be what it is containing swirl or eddies. And laminar flow, that's what it is creating a less spring friction drag than the turbulent flow, but it is what it is a less stable one. And the boundary layer flow over a wing surface begins as a smooth laminar flow. And also the flow, it continues back from the leading edge. The laminar boundary layer increases its thickness. And now about a turbulent boundary layer flow. So after laminar flow, you will be having a transition region, then you will be having a turbulent layer flow. So at some distance back from the leading edge, the smooth laminar flow, that will be what it is, breaks down and transitions to turbulent flow. So from a drag standpoint, it will be advisable to have the transition from the laminar to turbulent flow as far as on the wing as possible, or have a large amount of wing surface within the laminar portion of the boundary layer. So this low energy laminar flow, however, it will be tends to break down more suddenly than that of a turbulent layer. And we will see about a laminar sublayer. Here you can able to see the laminar sublayer. So the laminar sublayer, if you are seeing, that is what the region in the turbulent boundary layer zone adjacent to the solid surface of the plate as shown in the figure. So here you are having solid plate, that is what a solid body. On the solid body, you will be making a fluid to flow. So it is going on increasing the velocity. So this surface, a small layer of thickness, okay, close to this solid body, that's what you will be considering as a laminar sublayer. So in this zone only, the velocity variation is influenced by means of only by means of viscous effect. So through the velocity distribution, that will be a parabolic curve in the laminar sublayer zone. But in view of a very small thickness, it can be reasonably assumed that velocity variation is linear, so that the velocity gradient can be considered as a constant. That is that du by dy, that will be considered as a constant. And therefore, the shear stress in the laminar sublayer, that is also would be a constant, and it will be equal to the boundary shear stress, because we are knowing shear stress is what? Proportional to the velocity gradient, and that is getting multiplied by means of viscosity mu that we had seen already. So that's what the shear stress in the sublayer is. It is given by tau equal to mu into du by dy. So that will be what mu will be at y equal to 0 means you will be having initially linear velocity u divided by the displacement y. Okay, because for a linear velocity variation, if you are seeing the dou u by dou y at y equal to 0, if you are considering, that will be u by y. That's what you are substituting, so that you will be getting the shear stress in the sublayer as mu into u by y, where u is what the velocity, initial velocity, as well as y is what the displacement. And now we will see the boundary layer thickness and momentum thickness and energy thickness. These three derivations is important, and also it will be required for solving problems. We will see the derivation for boundary layer thickness as well as the momentum thickness, that will be theta, and the energy thickness that will be mentioned as this delta star star. But boundary layer thickness, it is just delta. So now we will see all these things. Boundary layer thickness. So the boundary layer thickness, if you are seeing, it is what it is defined from the boundary of a solid body. So solid body is what the plate. The plate will be considered a solid body. The plate is a solid body. Okay. So it will be measured in the y direction to the point where the velocity of the fluid is approximately equal to 0.99 times the free stream velocity of the fluid. At this point, you will be considering what is the boundary layer thickness, because you will be knowing once it is coming, you is constant, that layer is what a boundary layer. Okay, so from 0.99 to up to the free stream velocity capital U, if it is attained, that is what you had attained a boundary layer. This is what a boundary layer thickness. So this thickness is what you will be saying. So this thickness is what you are saying from the solid body region. Okay, from this to this point you will be considering as what delta. This will be what a boundary layer thickness. Once it is crossing this just 0.01, then you are going to get an free stream velocity. After that, you are not having a boundary layer region. You will be having a free stream velocity, and your shear stress will be what? That is 0. Only shear stress is getting accounted up to this region. That's what you will be having a boundary layer thickness from this plate to and up to this 0.99 of distance. That's what you will be considering as a boundary layer thickness. So the boundary layer thickness, it is what it is denoted by a symbol delta. And for a laminar and turbulent flow, it is denoted as it will be denoted as C lambda. That is for an laminar boundary layer, it is lambda lam. Okay, that is what for a laminar. Okay, so that will be what delta lam and delta turbulent flow. So TUR for a turbulent, and for a laminar it is shortly LAM. And for a sublayer, we had seen here a sublayer. For the sublayer, it will be mentioned as a dash. Okay. So now we are going to make a displacement thickness delta star. Okay. So for this delta star, we are going to have a definition derivation also. It is defined as the distance measured perpendicular to the boundary of the solid body by which the boundary should be displaced to compensate for the reduction in flow rate on account of boundary layer formation. It is denoted by delta star, and also it can be defined as the distance perpendicular to the boundary by which the free stream is displayed due to the formation of boundary layer. So now the expression for the displacement thickness. So now you are considering the flow of fluid having free stream velocity equal to capital mu over a thin smooth plate. This is what a thin smooth plate. So on the thin smooth plate, the free stream velocity of a fluid is going to get a movement. Okay, so that from the leading edge, it's going to have an up to the boundary layer. You are going to have an increasing of a velocity. Okay, so now you, at a distance x, you are taking from the leading edge. You will be taking a distance x, and you are marking a point b. Okay. So at that point, you will be considering a section. That section will be what said as a section 1-1. So now the velocity of fluid at B, that is 0. At 0, it is a B, it is considered to be 0. After that, it is going on increasing. So at a distance, you are considering where the velocity is starting from 0. Okay, and then it is going to be get increasing to maximum velocity. So the at point C, if you are seeing, So it will be what 0, and at C it will be lying at a boundary layer U. Okay. So that velocity will be what? It is varying from 0 at B and to reaching maximum velocity of U at the case of point C. So where BC will be what? Equal to the thickness of boundary layer. So distance BC is what? Delta. That is what we had seen. What is the thickness of on a boundary layer? That is delta. But delta star is what? Displacement thickness. So you had seen distance BC is what? That is equal to delta. And now we are going to proceed about what is the displacement thickness at section 1.1. So at this section that is considered section, we are going to consider an elemental strip. That elemental strip is what you are going to have. See this y amount of dy distance. Okay, at y distance from here at y distance, you will be considering an element strip of thickness dy. So let y is the distance of elemental strip from the plate. From the plate AB point, okay, that is x distance you could consider. This is what the plate, okay, from the plate at y distance, you will be considering this thickness, elemental thickness of dy. Dy is the thickness of elemental strip. And u is what? Velocity of the fluid at the elemental strip, and b is being the width of the plate. So the area of elemental strip, while you are considering this elemental strip, here you are having dy, and at another view you will be having the width. Okay, this is only showing you the thickness of the plate. Okay, another side view you will be having the width. Okay, so the elemental thickness if you are considering, and this side you will be having a width. Okay, on the another direction. Okay, so that's what you will be having a area means dy into that width of the plate. So if you are rotating this, then you can able to see the width. Okay, but it's a two-dimensional representation. You have to understand it. You are kept a plate like this. Okay, and you will be having a width in this direction. Okay, so if you are imagining isometrically, width will be going to be on this direction. Okay, so that's what you will be having a dA that will be equal to dy into b. So width, okay, width into this dy thickness. That is what an area of an elemental strip. Now if you are considering a mass of fluid that is flowing per second through this elemental strip, that will be what you are having a density into velocity. So if you are seeing a density, that is being what? Kilogram per meter cube into velocity, that will be what? Velocity unit will be what? That is being a meter per second. Okay, into area of elemental strip. Area of elemental strip is what? That is being meter square. So what will happen then? Meter square is here, and you will be having a meter per second. You will be having what? Meter cube per second. Okay, and kilogram per meter cube. Meter cube, it is getting cancelled, means what you will be going to get? You will be getting a kilogram per second. Okay, that is what? Kilogram per second is what? Mass of fluid per second. Okay, so that's what you will be rating this mass of fluid as density into velocity, because you are having certain mass of fluid is passing through this. So you are multiplying with the mass into velocity into area, because you have a discharge of a fluid through this elemental area. So by that way you will be identifying what will be the mass of fluid that is flowing per second of this elemental strip. So that you will be making velocity is what we had already said, it is being u, and area of elemental strip is what? This b into dy. So we had written it as rho into u into b into dy. So this we are keeping as an equation 1, because our aim is we have to identify what is the displacement thickness. Now you are proceeding further that if there is had been a no plate, if there is a no plate, what will happen? We will not be having any variation of it, velocity. Okay, we will be going to have a constant free stream velocity. So if you are considering there is no plate, then what will happen is there is only a constant velocity. Because of this existing solid boundary only, we will be having what? You will be having a acting upon a shear stress, because it is offering a resistance. Because viscosity nature is what? Whenever it is going to pass over the boundary, that boundary onwards, it will be having layer by layer, it will be having a variation of its velocity. That's what a viscosity property we had seen in the first model itself. But now we are seeing it in depth. We are making a lot of derivations, and we are going to see in depth about the viscosity property, about the what is the boundary layer theory. Okay, that's what we are concentrating on. Okay, so that if you are removing this plate, then what? You are not having any restriction. You will be going to have a free stream velocity only. Entirely it is free stream materials. So you are considered a small u, but if you are not considering a plate, you are not having a consideration of small u. Small u is what? It will be varying from 0 to up to capital U. Okay. So now you are directly considering throughout capital U only, if you are not having the presence of a plate. Okay. So the same thing we are writing, but what is the difference is, instead of velocity small u, now we are substituting what? A capital U, because we are having entirely a free stream velocity. So this what you will be writing as an equation 2. Now you had seen that rho u, you had seen that there is a small u as well as capital. If you are considering a plate, then you will be having what? Small u. If you are not considering a plate, then you will be what? Having what? A capital. So what is happening if you are having a presence of on a plate? That's what now you are seeing. So as u is more than that of the small u, because small u it is starting from 0 and then only it is going to reach on a capital U. So due to the presence of plate and consecutively, it is because of a formation of boundary layer, there will be what? Reduction of mass flowing per second through the elemental stream. So that reduction of mass will be what? Equation 2 minus equation 1, because capital U minus small u you are going to make, okay? That will be what you are saying, how much reduction of mass will be there because of the presence of this plate, okay? So that you are making a subtraction, whatever we got found in equation 2, that is with respect to capital U, okay? That is no plate is here, okay, so that you will be having a consideration of full free stream velocity, but you will be having a small u from starting from 0 to, and it is going to reach up to the capital U, okay. That's what this difference is, what you will be having a reduction in mass per second flowing through the elemental stream. So the total reduction in mass of fluid through BC, that will be what you will be having this difference, okay, that you are making integration from 0 to delta, because what? From B to C only you will be having what? You will be having the boundary layer thickness. Boundary layer thickness is what? Delta. That is what in the previous definition concepts we had seen in case of boundary layer concept. Okay. So it is varying from boundary layer thickness of up to delta. So it is a variation is what? U is varying from 0 to up to this delta distance. Okay. That's what you are going to substitute in case of this U value once you are differentiating with respect to y. Okay, now you are seeing that there will be a substitution of this 0 to delta. Rho b is what? It's constant. Okay, so you are taking it outside, because density it is not going to vary for a fluid, it is constant throughout, because fluid it is constant throughout means it is for a liquid. Okay, density for a liquid only, it is what? It is constant. You can consider if it is a liquid, okay, it is going to be a constant, and width means it is what? It is for the plate width, that is also constant. Only variation is what? You can have the variation in the case of velocity. So that's what now you are accounting, okay, this as equation 3. Now while seeing about the displacement thickness, what is the displacement thickness is? Let the plate is what? It is displaced by a distance delta star, and velocity of flow for the distance of delta star, that will be equal to the free stream velocity u. So loss of mass of fluid per second flowing through the distance delta star will be what? That is equal to density into velocity into area. That's what we had seen in the previous equations also. Okay. Now instead of delta, now we are considering delta star. What is the displacement thickness? Okay. So because area will be what? It will be delta star into B. That is what the area. So now this is equation 4. And earlier we had found what is the total reduction in mass of a fluid per second flowing through the BC. So you are equating now. So with that of the previous thing. So you will be having a variation, okay. So rho b u minus u into dy, that will be equated to that will be what? Equated to this displacement thickness. So you had a previous equation. This is what we had seen in the previous equation, rho b into u minus u dy. That will be getting equated to this fourth equation. Now with that of displacement equation. So you are equating this equation 3 previously we found with that of the equation 4. So that's what you can able to see here. So that previously found the equation 3, it is getting equated with that of an equation 4. While equating, you can be able to see both sides, you will be having what? Rho b. So that rho b you can cancel on both sides, so that you can able to identify our required delta star. So that's what now you are seeing here. So both side rho b, now we are going to cancel the rho b on both sides. So cancel the rho b on both sides, so you will be getting what? Only u minus u dy, that will be equal to u into delta star. Okay, so now you can able to identify what is the delta star. That is what our required one. Okay, so displacement thickness you are keeping on one side, and you are taking this capital U on the other side. So it will be what? 1 by u, u minus u into dy. So that you are making the simplification, and by integration you will be going to what? U is a constant value, because it can be taken inside the integral as it is being constant. Okay, because it is a free stream velocity is being constant. What is the variation? Only the small u value, it is varying from 0 to up to the capital U, it is going to get vary. Okay, that's what you are going to substitute now. And delta star will be what? It is integral 0 to delta 1 minus small u by capital U into dy. This is what the final equation for the displacement thickness, and it will be helpful while solving problem. Okay, you have to remember it, and this is what helpful solving problem. So we can see into the next theory, that is what momentum thickness. About a momentum thickness, it is defined as a distance measured perpendicular to the boundary of the solid body, by which the boundary should be displayed to compensate for the reduction in the momentum of the flowing fluid on account of boundary layer formation. It is what? It is denoted by theta. So consider the flow over a plate again, and you are going to consider the same x distance from the leading edge, and as usual at a y distance you will be having the thickness of elementary thickness of the dy. Okay, so again you are considering there is a mass of fluid flow per second, and that is what previously we had seen, that same thing, rho into u into b into dy. Okay, so that momentum of the fluid is what? Mass into velocity. So momentum of the fluid now you are considering, that is what the difference on the from the previous theory. Now you are considering momentum will be what? Mv. In engineering mechanics itself you had seen mv is momentum. Okay, so that is what? Mass into velocity. So mass value we had already found. Okay, now you are multiplying it with a velocity u, so that now this is a case considering the plate, and if you are not considering the plate, then you will be having what? Absent of boundary layer, then you will be having a consideration of free stream velocity. So now the loss of momentum will be what? Capital U minus small u, similar to that of a previous expression. Okay, now you are having a difference of capital U minus small u. You are keeping it as one equation. Why? If you are considering the loss of momentum through elementary state. And another equation is that theta you are considering, that is what? The distance by which the plate is displaced when the fluid is flowing with a constant velocity u. So that the loss of momentum of fluid flowing through the distance theta will be mass of fluid for this momentum thickness theta into velocity, so that you will be getting rho into area into velocity, so that you are considering rho into area is theta into b, that is what? Area, momentum thickness into width. What is the momentum thickness into width? That is what for a case of loss of momentum for consideration of momentum thickness multiplied by again a free stream velocity, so that for this you are getting the equation rho theta b u square. So now these two you have to equate. So this capital letter A we had formed a one equation. Okay, without consideration of a momentum thickness. So what is a mass into velocity that you had seen? With that momentum, you are going to compare this both momentum. It is getting equated. This displacement because of that boundary layer thickness, how much momentum is happened. Okay, that is what you are comparing. Now you are recalling the equation. This is what equation A. Now you are equating both equation A and B, so that if you are equating both A and B, this rho theta b u square is what? Equation B, and this is equation A. Okay, so that limit will be what? Integral 0 to delta, so that you can able to form what will be the momentum thickness. So you will be having what? A rho b, that is constant, that you can take outside, so that u into u minus u dy. Okay, so that's what you are getting for the case of a momentum thickness as rho b u into u minus u dy. So now as usual you are going to cancel both sides this rho b. So here you are having rho b and here you are having rho b, both sides you are cancelling it. Then if you are cancelling, what is going to happen? Theta u square. Okay, theta u square, that will be equal to this integral 0 to delta. Okay, and u into u minus u into dy. So now theta you can keep on one side, then you are taking u square on the other side, so that you can able to obtain your final equation for the case of momentum. Now this also you will be keeping, and this will be helpful in solving problem. So finally we can see about energy thickness. After this energy thickness derivation, you will be having a few problems, one or two problems in case of this boundary layer concept. So energy thickness, if you are seeing, it is defined as the distance measured perpendicular to the boundary of the solid body. That's what the boundary should be displayed to compensate for the reduction in kinetic energy of flowing fluid on account of boundary layer formation. So kinetic energy, that's what now you are giving importance to energy. Previously you had seen only a displacement, then you had seen about the case of a momentum. Now you are coming to the case of an energy. So this is what energy thickness is denoted as delta double star. Again we are considering in the same way, the same flat plate. Okay, and we are considering same elemental strip. Okay, at a y distance, and we will be considering again the mass of fluid per second through the elemental strip. Now it is rho into velocity into area of elemental strip as usual, rho u b dy, whatever we had seen in the previous two derivation, the same thing only. But now the concept is what? Previous concept you had seen momentum, now the concept is the energy. Okay, so we know about kinetic energy, it is half mv square. It is a very standard formula we had already studied in case of an engineering mechanics. in your first year subjects itself. So that is what of m e square is what kinetic energy, v is what velocity. So in case here m is what we had identified is being rho ub dy, so that you are substituting, and instead of velocity you will be having what u square. That's what you're having variation 0 to capital U. That u is small u is having what variation. That is what in a boundary layer concept rho you are seeing. Okay. So now kinetic energy of a fluid is what it is in the absence of a boundary layer. If you are considering, you will be consideration of absence of boundary layer means you are not considering the flat plate, then you will be having absence of boundary layer, then you will be having account of capital U. Okay, that's what here you will be replacing a capital U. So then loss of kinetic energy through elemental strip. If you are providing the strip, how much loss will be there? Okay, so if you are not having this elemental strip, then you will be having this amount of kinetic energy. From this energy, you are going to subtract this energy. Then you will be able to get how much of energy will be lost because of keeping that plate. Okay, so that's what you are subtracting from this capital U square minus U square. So similar momentum you had made what whatever you had made here. Now we are using the equation of kinetic energy. Okay. So now you are seeing that total loss of kinetic energy passing through the BC is what if the fluid is considered to be as an incompressible, because incompressible is what we are considering a liquid. Okay, so then density will be what a constant. So you will be taking the constant outside of rho v will be taken outside, and only the variation of velocity is considered inside the integration. So that delta double star will be what, that is the distance by which the plate is displaced to compensate for the reduction in kinetic energy. So that what we need to derive now. Okay, so if you are considering this delta double star of a fluid, then that will be what, for the case of a mass, rho into area into velocity. And it is even better understood area into velocity. Already we have seen about a continuity equation. In continuity equation you have seen q equal to a into b, discharge, how much of fluid is flowing into density. Okay, that is what it is going to be a mass. Okay, that also still you can able to make how mass you are writing rho into area into velocity. Okay, so now you are writing this equation so that you will be going to get, so the substitution of this rho value and the area in case of this displacement energy thickness consideration, you will be having b into delta delta double star. Okay, so there you had put a momentum thickness, you put theta. Now instead of theta, now you are putting here a delta double star. That's what the difference. Okay, now remaining thing is being as usual, and now you are solving, you are getting a u into u square. Okay, because for energy previously you had made only one u, but now you are having u square because of mv square. Okay, so that you are getting it as u cube. Okay, so of rho b delta double star u cube. So that is what you are having a kinetic energy because of this energy thickness. So now if you are equating these losses, okay, so you will be having this equated to what is the total loss of a kinetic energy. This is what it is getting compensated by this energy thickness. Okay, so by equating this, you can able to solve what will be the delta double star. As usual, both sides we are going to cancel the rho b. Okay, so now delta double star will be what, 1 by m cube integration 0 to delta u into u square minus u square dy. Okay, so finally by cancelling both side rho b, you are getting this final equation. Okay, this equation also what it is useful for solving problems. Okay, now we will see the problems. See, you are getting required to identify displacement thickness, momentum thickness, and energy thickness. So okay, we have seen the equation. What is the final equation? Okay, the final equation is what important. Okay, equation 1, 2, 3. Okay, so displacement thickness, we had found that it will be what, integral 0 to delta 1 minus small u into dy. In here they had given what is small u by capital U, that will be what, y by delta. That's what you are substituting. Okay, this is substitution only. Okay, then what is needed to solve this problem is remembering about these three equations, then about your integration theory. Okay, whatever you had learned in the mathematics, that's only. Okay, so as u by u equal to y by delta, that's what you are substituting. Okay, so now while you are making integration with respect to y, okay, you will be going to have what, here a constant one, so it will be making y. Okay, this will be what, integration of x power n will be what, you will be going to get the value as x power n plus 1 plus c. So that's what you will be making an addition of a power. Okay, so and integration of a constant, if you're seeing, that will be what, it is going to get that differentiation whatever you are having, that value will come. So that's why y is coming here, and here you will be having what, x power n plus 1 by that value plus 1, whatever you are putting, that n plus 1 will come at the denominator. That's what integration concepts only. Okay, so y square by 2. So y you are integrating means y square by 2. Okay, 1 while you are integrating with respect to dy, then you will be getting y. Okay, so now you are applying it delta instead of y, you have to apply a delta. Okay, so delta is what a constant across a section. So instead of y, you have substituted a delta. Okay, so delta minus delta square by 2 lambda. So that will be what? Here you are having lambda square and lambda, so it will become a lambda. Okay, so lambda by 2, lambda minus lambda by 2, that will be what? Lambda by 2. Just my lambda is taking commonly outside means, then that will be what? 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Okay, so that's what the answer. Now we will see about the second problem. So you are required to identify the same displacement thickness, momentum thickness, and now you will be having from the plate u equal to capital U and y equal to delta, boundary layer thickness will be delta. So calculating the value, also the same problem only, also you are required to calculate what? Delta star by theta. Okay, so the second one is you taught momentum thickness, then energy thickness, then fourth one you have to find out about delta star by theta. So coming to momentum thickness equation, we had found it already. So from the derivation, you are keeping the value, okay, and write the value, and you are going to substitute instead of u by y. Here you are going to substitute y by delta, y by delta. That's what you are seeing here, okay. So the y by delta, while you are multiplying inside, it is y by delta, y square by delta square, okay. That is what you have written, okay. So now you are making the integration, okay. So y you are integrating mean y square by 2, y square while you are integrating y cube by 3, okay. That's what you are seeing here, okay. So now you are making a limit substitution. Lambda you are substituting, so lambda square is there, okay, and the lambda cube is there. Then you are going to have a simplifying calculation only. So lambda only here, what we cancelling here, while cancelling lambda will be there, okay. So the common LCM while you are taking, it will be what? 6, okay. So that by a simplification of the calculation, you are getting the value of momentum thickness. Then about the energy thickness. So the energy thickness is for delta double star. You are writing that equation so that you will be going to have solving in the same way. Okay, the integration concept. Okay, the same integration concepts you are making use. Okay, so that you are going to get a value of an energy thickness. Now about an value of an delta star by theta. So you are going to have delta star by theta. Delta star value we already identified as lambda by 2. Okay, and theta value we had identified as lambda by 6. So that calculated value are substituting, so that you are getting the final answer as 3. So only one more problem you can see. So the displacement thickness for this function, previously y by delta only we had seen, now we are having additionally this function for u by u. Okay, so velocity distribution you had written, so instead of u by u, now you are going to substitute this value. See now, substituting the value of u by u, okay, you are going to get the value on 1 minus c on the u by u while you are substituting this 2 into this y by u minus y by delta whole square. Okay, that's what you have substituted in terms of that u by u. Okay, so now you are seeing by simplification, okay, it is 1 minus, okay, within bracket. So within bracket minus into minus, it is going to get plus. Then by further simplification, you can able to see that is y by delta. Okay, now while you are making an integration with respect to dy, okay, it is what? Y square by 2. Okay, so y square by 2, and this is y square, so it is what? Y cube by 3. So y cube by 3. Okay, so limit is what? 0 to delta. Upper limit is delta. Instead of y, you are substituting delta. Okay, so that you will be getting an answer, final answer as delta by 3. In the same way, you are going for a next thing, momentum thickness. As usual way, okay. So now you will be substituting instead of u by u, you will be substituting the value given in the question, 2 into y by delta minus y square by delta square. Y by delta whole square means what? Y square by delta square. That's what you are substituting. Then you are proceeding the same way whatever we got seen in the previous problem. So you can able to see again, okay. See why you are making integration. So why while you are making integration, okay. See, you will be going to have an more complex equation now. So you have to carefully make a multiplication. See, first you can make a multiplication with this 2y by delta. Okay. So here 2y by delta into 1, 2y by delta, and 2y by delta into 2y by delta, you will be getting what? 4y square by delta square, and this y square by delta square into 2y, you will be having what? 2y cube and delta cube. That's what. Okay. Now coming to this term, okay, y square by delta square. So y square by delta square and minus into minus plus, okay, 2y cube delta cube, okay, and minus into plus minus only, okay. So y power 4 delta power 4. Once it is done, okay, then you can see with the orders, y power 4 is there, y cube is there, y square is there, that you can simplify, okay. So 2y by delta, okay. Next y square, how much? There is 2 y squares are there, minus 4 and here minus y, so it is minus 5y square, okay. Then about cube, plus 2y cube and plus 2y cube, so plus 4y cube, okay. And power 4 only one, y power 4 delta power 4. Once it is done, then it is easy. So while integration, it will be what? Y square by 2, y cube by 3, y power 4 by 4, y power 5 by 5, okay. So that's what, okay. After that, it is simple, okay. So you are making a substitution of y as a delta, then you can make a cancelling upon powers, okay, so that you will be making everything in terms of an delta, so that you are identifying what is the value of a momentum thickness. So similarly, energy thickness, the same way substitutions, okay. So in the same way, you have to make an calculations, okay. So already you had made the calculation, okay, the same thing only, okay. But now the equation is different. You will be having u by u into 1 minus u square by u square, okay. So the way of approach now it is differing because of your equation is changing, okay. But the concepts, the integrations concept, everything is being going to be the same, okay. And while finally you are going to make in terms of a lambda only as a final answer, okay. So in case of boundary layer thickness only, the final answer you are going to get while solving this, okay. So that you are making all the substitutions, see again you are going to get in terms of boundary layer thickness. The answer will be in terms of boundary layer thickness. And I think this is the last slide. Yes, okay. So after this, we have completed a boundary layer thickness concept also. We will meet with the next module on the next video lecture. Thank you very much.